Hey guys, welcome to the Heart Academy for the very first time of this term. I want to appreciate you so much for trying so hard in our class today, and I did promise you that I would do 5 questions from your order of operations worksheet. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. The first one I'm going to work out for you is number 6. So you take a look at number 6, you see that you have a nested parentheses set. So we'll start there. Remember, right? We kind of like don't have an Aunt Sally. I always say in class that I don't have an Aunt Sally, that she not. So I always say PEMDAS, please excuse my dirty ass socks. And so that way, one, I'm sure you'll memorize a lot better now, because hey, that's just funny. And also two, remember, we want to stack up PEMDAS going down this way. So P, E, M, D, A, S. And why do I stack it up like a cake? Simply because it's a gentle reminder that when we get to the multiplying dividing section, we will multiply or divide whichever comes first in the problem. So let's take a look at number 6 and see what we can do. All right, so first I'm going to identify where my parentheses are, right? So I see the outer set, which is right here. And as you can see, there's an inner set, which is right here. This inner set is what we call the nested parentheses. Still not change that color and see, no, there you go. Inner parentheses, which is right here, okay? So that means this is the very first thing that we're going to do, the nested parentheses part. So we have 11 minus 2, right? So if I have 11 minus 2, I think that's 9, right? So the 9 here, and I'm going to copy down everything else that I see. And why am I copying down everything else that I see in this set of parentheses? It's because I'm still in the parentheses. So what just happened is I just did this part, and I brought down everything else. Now, while you're in the parentheses, you still have to follow the PEMDAS order. So out of this part of the problem, what will we do first, right? And I hope you said exponent, which means that we're going to do this part right here. This is not 9 times 2. This is 9 times 9 right here. So that's where we're going to put our answer. 9 times 9, 81. Bring down what was left. I have 81 times 5, okay? And so what I'm going to do here, ignore number 7 right here. I'm just going straight down. 81 times 5. Now, you know I have no idea what that is. So I'm going to break out my calculator. 81 times 5. Oh, look at that. 405. So this will equal 405. Okay? So that means I have now completed everything that's in the inner set and the outer set of parentheses. Boom, I am done. Okay? So I'm going to go from 405, and I'm just going to bring the rest of this down. So I'm going to bring it right here, since this is where my problem is. There we go. And now, according to PEMDAS, what should I do next? There's no more parentheses. I'm check to see if there are exponents. I do have an exponent, right? And so remember, this is 7 times 7, not 7 times 2. And last time I checked, 7 times 7 is 49. I can make my 4 look better than that. 7 times 7, 49. Bring everything back down, which means I'm just recopying what was already there. Okay? So now that that exponent is done, boom, I need to multiply or divide whatever I see first. So let's take a look. Do you see any multiplication or division left in this problem? Nope. So therefore, you are done here, and the only thing left we have to do is add or subtract whatever we see first. So if I look, what type of problem do I see first, adding or subtracting? I hope we're looking at this. So what I have here is 405 minus the 13. 405 minus 13 gives me 392. Bring down what was left. What you have is the 49. And then we will simply add these together for our final answer, and your final answer should be 441. All right. Okay, the next one I'm going to go ahead and try will be number 5. Why not? Okay, so again, going to the PEMDAS rules, I'm going to find my outer parentheses, which is here and here. So that means the inner parentheses, or the nested parentheses, will be here and here. This is where I'm going to concentrate first. Now remember, when you are inside the parentheses, you also follow the PEMDAS order, right? parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, whatever you see first, add and subtract. Okay? So now that I'm in the parentheses, what part should I be doing next? That would be this exponent. Okay? So here, this is 2 times 2, so I know that's 4. I'm going to go ahead and bring down the rest. No more exponents, so what I do next is multiply or divide, whatever I see first. And if you look here, what are we going to do? You're going to do the 15 divided by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. Bring down what was left. And as you can see, you have 5 plus 4, which is 9. So remember, this just takes care of this part, which is the nested parentheses. You're still in the larger set of parentheses. So this is what you would do next. That 3 squared plus. Let's just bring that back down here. 3 squared plus. Okay? So now that you're completed with the multiplying, dividing, adding and subtracting for in here, we go back out here, starting over again. Parentheses, good. Exponents is what you would do next. So remember, this is 3 times 3, which is 9. Trying to squeeze down here. Bring down what was left. As you can see, I have 9 plus 9. And we know 9 plus 9 is 18, right? I'm going to bring that 18 over here, so I hope this doesn't confuse you. I just ran out of room right there, right? But it means that this all is now complete, and you just have this section left. So I'll bring it back down here, 18 plus 2 squared. Now, in order to solve this, what would you do first? The exponent, right? So this is 2 times 2, which is 4. Bring down what was there. So you have 18 plus 4 for your final answer. So that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22 will be your final answer for number 5. Please remember, though, everything that you turned in, you must have show all of your work, or else I just simply don't count it, okay? And you don't want to do that, because, again, the whole point is to make sure you understand number sense, and that's by actually completing the problems on your own with minimal help from a calculator, but making sure you understand the steps. All right, so you know what? Since I'm here at the bottom of this page, I'm going to go ahead and move on to number 10. Okay, so number 10. As you can see, this is the larger set of parentheses that's right here. And oh my gosh, you have a parentheses and a parentheses. So you have a double set of nested parentheses. You have this one. See? And you also have this one. Let's take care of those. So if I do this, 10 plus the 5, I get 15, right? I'm going to go ahead and bring down the plus sign. And I'm going to do this. 14 divided by 2, that's 7, right? Don't forget, you have that 7 squared over here, right? So that 7 squared is over here. And I will now solve the outer part of the parentheses. Remember, you're still in the larger set of the parentheses. So what you would have to do next, in order to solve the 15 plus 7 squared, is do the 7 squared. 7 times 7, 49. Bring down what was left. 15 plus 49 will be 64. There you go. But don't forget, you still have this. Bring it down. 64 times 4 squared. What part would you do next? That would be the 4 squared, which is 4 times 4. So that is 16. Okay? And that means we'll multiply that 16 with the 64. Right? Now, I know I'm at the bottom of that page here, so I hope you're also listening to this as we go on. So now I have 64 times 16. That will give me 1,024. So the final answer here, 1,024 for number 10. Okay. So now to be sure that you actually attempt some of these problems on your own and not the ones that we just did in class. Pretty much I think this whole worksheet should be done by the time you get back to class, because we did some of these in class and I'm asking you to do 5 and I'm doing another 5. Yeah. The worksheet should be probably mostly complete. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and move on to this one. So, as you can see, everything is in parentheses. So where do we start? We have to start at the innermost parentheses, right? Now, I don't know if you can see it. I see it right here. Because technically, see that? This goes with this, creating a nested parentheses here, right? And this will go with this. There's no nested parentheses in here. But of course, according to PEMDAS, we're going to start with what's in these sets of parentheses. So technically, we have 3 sets of parentheses here. We're first going to do this. 20 divided by 4 is 5. I'm going to put the squared back down, my addition sign. I'm going to do the nested parentheses first. 18 minus 3 is 15. Right? And then I'm going to put this back down. There we go. Okay? So now that we've done the parentheses, what comes next according to order of operations, that would be these exponents right here. This one, and then this one. So I have 5 times 5, which is 25. Right? Put my plus. Then I have 15. Bring that back down, put my plus. And then you have 3 times 3, which is 9. Now the next step of order of operations would be to multiply and divide whatever we see first. We don't have any part for multiply and divide, so we will now add straight across. I have 25 plus the 15, that's 35, right? Is that 35, is that 40? Oh yeah, all right. You know, I'm on basics. 25 plus the 15, it was 40. I do know the basics, at least that one. 25 plus the 15, that's 40. And remember, bring down what was left. 40 plus the 9. My final answer, 49. That's supposed to be 9. Close enough. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is number 2. Might as well go ahead to number 2, right? I know. Here we go. Number 2. Okay, first let me identify my parentheses. I see this outer set, and then I see 1 inner set or nested parentheses here. Now again, remember, even while you're in the parentheses, you're still going to follow the order of operations. So in the parentheses, I'm going to start with the exponent technically. Because remember, parentheses, exponent, multiplier, divide, add or subtract, right? I have my 2 times 2, which is 9. Oh my God, it's the 2 times 2 is 9. My 2 times 2, which is 4, right? That means you just took care of this. Put down my addition sign, right? Then do this. 24 will go, or 24 divided by 8, which is 3. So what I have is 3 plus 4, really. And when I put those together, I see that I have 7. Okay? That just took care of all of this. But remember, you're still inside the larger set of parentheses. Here. So I'm going to bring down the 5 squared plus 2. 5 squared plus 2. It's not 52. That's a 5 squared. 5 squared, pretend that's not here, is 25. And then bring down the plus 7. The 25 plus 7, that's a 7, is 32. Sorry for the sloppiness, it's just not going to get any better, people. 614. And then, this is what's left, my minus 5 squared. Right? So minus 5 squared. Do this. You see that's 25. Bring down what you had, which is 32, minus the 25. My final answer will be 7. For number 2. Hey, let's take a shot at number 3. Oh. So I'm going to do number 3. I think that's the last one I'm going to do for you. So you guys still have 5 to practice on your own at least. Okay? So number 3, let's see what we got here. Here's our outer set of parentheses right here. And I can tell that I've done this problem before. We're going to do it again. I have my most inner set right here. See it? And then, ooh, now that I'm really looking, I can tell that this belongs with this. So that means this belongs with this. Let's start with inside the parentheses. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Put the square back. Right? And then we're going to do the most inner part of the parentheses. 9 plus 3 is 12. And then that's plus 6 squared. We'll do this and this. That's 36. Bring down what was rest. And so this, 2 times 2, 4. So now I'm going to add or subtract whatever I see first. And as you can see, that there's no subtraction, so we're just going to go straight ahead and add across. 4 plus 12, that's 16. Bring down what was left. So I have my 16 plus 36. So I will have 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I did it right. 52 would be your final answer for that. Okay, my friends, what you're going to do is give the 5 questions a shot and make sure that I see all your work, so that it helps me realize that we're moving right along. All right, see you tomorrow.